This is by Bill's YT. The dumbest attempts to cancel Keith Lee.
There's been a boom in food review content all across TikTok. From creators reviewing appetizers from different chain
Because of Keith.
restaurants to other creators taking trips across America to try different restaurants, there
Like a
is
good
no
sandwich.
void of content when it comes to food reviews on TikTok. People love these content creators because
This man right here, I think it's him. The way he eats food bothers me. He be eating stuff whole. Like there's a video of him eating just Popeye biscuits whole, not even biting it, just toss it in his mouth.
of their honesty and bluntness towards the food. But what if that honesty and bluntness gets taken out of context and turned into a bad thing? Keith Lee is one of those creators who is blunt but honest, which helped him rack in 17
also
million
nice.
followers on TikTok. These food reviews started at his house with him sitting in a Paw Patrol chair, and people really respected his opinion on foods that he'd try. His fans loved his content so much that he'd become the face of TikTok food reviewers. From the very beginning, Keith was able to captivate an audience with his fair reviews. He wouldn't accept free food from the restaurants he went to, and he wouldn't accept cash for him reviewing the foods either, which helped him stand out from the crowd and gave him a genuine reaction whenever he'd try new foods. In 2022, at the very beginning of that year, he reached 1 million followers on TikTok and remained the most humble person on the internet, still reviewing stuff just in that Paw Patrol chair. As his follower count continued to rise, he knew it was time to go on the road. But this is when some of the drama and controversy would start to happen in his life.
Like
In my
Atlanta.
personal opinion, I feel like 2023 was his most drama-filled year, but that was also because of the attention he was getting. And with attention comes people trying to tear you down because they feel
That's
like
true.
they should be in your spot. But he definitely reacted to this drama-filled year in the best way possible. The first drama started in November of 2022 after he posted a video about his life story. During that TikTok video, he spoke about how he flushed his wife's birth control down the toilet because they both spoke about having kids and getting married. But another TikTok user saw this video.
I've never seen that. That sounds really fucked up. Like I'm gonna be honest. Just I just can't imagine my boyfriend doing something like that. Like, oh, I'm gonna get rid of all this shit. Delete all that shit.
And stitched it, and pretty much said that Keith violated his wife by flushing down her birth control pills
She
and
did.
making it seem
He
like he
did.
did this because he wanted to have a kid and she didn't, completely taking this video out of context. And Keith responded, and in the video he made it very clear that they both wanted to have kids and how they spoke about having kids for hours after the initial conversation that he spoke about in his original video. But he didn't put that in the original video because it would be going off track.
He wanted to get married.
Wait. So why did he post? Oh, is he just saying like they discussed having kids? So then after that discussion, they just decided to flush the birth control? Because if that's the case, that makes a lot more sense. I thought he was just like, oh, I found your birth control. Let me flush this. Because that's
Didn't have a baby even though he couldn't afford their rent at that time. Neither one of them could. I swear, y'all gloss over the most egregious shit simply because you like a motherfucker, and that is a problem. He completely disrespected and disregarded her bodily autonomy on his own feeling. And I don't want to hear shit about trusting the process and having faith. That's bullshit. He violated her, and nobody's talking about it.
So far we established it was a we thing and not a he thing. In the original video, I did mention that we stayed up to 2 o'clock in the morning talking about this after I originally brought it up to her. Because when you tell a story, you usually tell a point and then go to the next point instead of elaborating on one point and getting completely sidetracked on the original story you was telling. But based on the fact that you were given a lack of information on one point, you assumed the most malicious outcome of that point. This whole situation would make more sense if this is your first time seeing my content. And even then, you could have just asked for me to elaborate. And if you didn't get an answer to the comment of asking me to elaborate, the best solution to that isn't making a narrative, running with that narrative, making a video, calling me a violator and an abuser. My entire platform has been built on me being vulnerable and me sharing and expressing how excited I am to have a family and how much me and my family love each other and how much me and my wife love each other and how happy we are to have a family and kids. Even if you've never seen any of those videos, ask a question. If you don't get an answer to your question, don't assume the most malicious shit that you can possibly think of out of the equation that you're confused about. Because you quickly go from being confused to pushing a very harmful narrative and rhetoric. Not at one point did I violate her. Not at one point did I disrespect her body autonomy. Not at one point did I not take her opinion for face value. I've always been huge on consent, communication, and honesty. Those are 3 core values that I stand on, and I'm raising 2 daughters to be the exact same way. If you're confused, be confused, ask a question. Do not come for my character. To answer your last point, the reason people are in the comments congratulating, because they've been here. They understand, most of them. They understand what I've been through. They understand the journey, the vulnerability that I put on this platform. Most importantly, God bless you, and I mean that from the bottom of my heart.
Now, obviously, this was a great response because that creator pretty much came at his manhood, calling him broke and not being able to afford kids, which is kind of crazy if you ask me, because
It's
for
crazy.
absolutely no reason, she just went after him. And the crazy thing is, she doesn't even know him in person, just a random person trying to smear him online because she didn't agree with what he did, even though his wife agreed with him. And that's really all that matters. And that TikToker would eventually delete the video after all the backlash that she received. Shortly after this, Keith would post a
I'm mad
Keith
at that.
Speaks video, which is
I think it's important to delete stuff if you're wrong.
his own form of a video, which can be either about stuff that's happening in his life or the controversy that he's been involved in. During this video, he says that he's thankful for all the support that he's been getting. At this time, he was only at 1.7 million followers, which is still a lot of followers.
That
And I
is a
should
lot.
take this time to ask you to please subscribe to join the best community on YouTube. Keith's online popularity was about to change forever. In the very first month of 2023, Keith had his most viral video ever, where he went to try a pizza place in Vegas called Frankenstein's Pizza. This was a failing business before Keith showed up. His review changed the fabric of Frankenstein's Pizza forever. Keith kept posting update videos, and on the fourth day, he went to go see Frank, and the line was all the way around the building. This is when Keith would realize the power that he had as a food reviewer.
Oh, that's when he
on
started the
TikTok.
Keith
But
Lee
again,
effect?
with the good comes the bad, and Keith found himself in another one-sided situation where a lady tried to say that Keith stole her idea for a TV show. Again, Keith responded to this video in the nicest way possible, pretty much saying that he didn't take her idea and how he has his sister disguise him now because people notice him in restaurants after going viral with the Frankenstein's Pizza stuff. He says that he never stole her idea, but that it was an idea that everyone told him to do. And for his sister, he was just trying to showcase her talents and put her on.
It's some unnamed controversy going around, and I keep getting brought up. And I had an interaction with this person who made the video. So let's talk about it. I'm gonna show you the video I'm talking about, and we're gonna talk about it point by point. She's very anonymous with the names, but in the caption, she put food critic and thief. And it's over 200 comments saying, is it Keith? Is it Keith? Oh, Keith did this, Keith did that. It's been 2 days, and she hasn't directly responded to any of them, except for the ones that are tearing me down and calling me out of my name, and falsely accusing me of being a thief. Let's talk about it.
I didn't know if I was going to address this or not, but I'm just so disappointed and so frustrated about the situation that I think I'm just going to have to say something. I'm Jillian. I'm a TV producer. I am a freelance TV producer. I work for a lot of shows, won a lot of Emmys, just kind of good at what I do.
Well, Jillian, as any award-winning producer and TV writer, I will assume that you know how dangerous labels, especially false labels, can be in the industry or in life in general. And again, I'm assuming. Just in case you don't, I'm here to tell you, for me personally, that is extremely detrimental. And I don't like that. And I don't play with it.
I also pitch shows to networks, so I will find talent.
It's safe to say she didn't find me. I already had 2 to 3 million followers when she originally reached out.
For people I think would be great to have a show.
Mm.
I link with them and
Talk
then
your shit,
create a
Keith.
show around them, and then I pitch that around to networks. And some get sold and produced, some get a no, and they circle back later. Recently, there's a creator here on TikTok that is beloved by all. I even love them and think they would make great TV, but I pitched them an idea to take to networks, and they basically said no in a nice way, but then stole my fucking idea. They just stole it, so now they're doing it.
On December 11, 2022, Jillian reached out to me in a comment, basically saying exactly what she said. She's a producer. She would love to pitch me an idea. I DM'd her that same day. I said, and I quote, hey, I just received your comment. Thank you so much for reaching out. I do not have a show, but I do have a meeting tomorrow with somebody pitching one. I would love to talk to you as well when you have the chance. I sent her my email, said, God bless you. Thank you again. That was the 11th. She reached out to me on the 13th. I had the meeting with another person on the 12th. That meeting I had on the 12th was the exact same pitch that she pitched. I also had 2 other meetings after hers on the 13th. The exact same pitch was pitched. Not to mention, I get 1,000 comments on a daily basis from y'all pitching the exact same ideas and tagging Food Network, which I truly appreciate. She pitched it as a crossover between And Y'all Fix My Life and Triple D. The premise, I find a restaurant that's struggling. I go into the restaurant in disguise, try the food, rate it, tell the people what I thought. I've been doing that. The first time I posted a video like this was December 9th, 2020.
Yeah, that's not really pitching an idea. That's just giving him a bigger audience, maybe. Actually, I don't even know if it's giving a bigger audience because who watches regular TV anymore? I'm pretty sure he probably has more viewers on his TikTok than he would get if he was just on regular cable TV.
And it was a spinoff of another video I did on December 2nd, 2022, 9 days before she reached out to me. The only thing different is that I wasn't in disguise when she first reached out to me because, again, this was in December. I had anywhere between 2 million and 3 million followers at the time of her reaching out to me. Of course, I wasn't in disguise at that point. I personally was able to walk into restaurants and still get treated the exact same.
I want an ab.
I want a nap.
Every reason is the right reason to Orange Theory. Join now and get your first month free.
Oh my god, back-to-back unskippable commercials?
Look at all of this. It's amazing.
Because not a lot of restaurants recognize me. Now, with 9.6 million followers in Vegas, it's almost impossible. So that's why I went under the sky. Also, I took this opportunity to show my platform how talented my sister is. She did all of my makeup, my special effects, my hair. She did everything. I personally think she's way too talented not to do this as a full-time job. So this could be the opportunity to get her in front of the right people so that dream can become a reality. So again, me going in disguise and doing what I've been doing is not because I got the email from you, Jillian. And I'm saying that in the most honest and pure form. I don't mean any harm, but I do not appreciate you putting labels on me like that. Comments like this with a hashtag Keith.
It's like undercover boss.
I'm not a fan of. To put out labels that I help people but I steal from others is not only detrimental, but it's disrespectful in my eyes. I have not once stolen anything or taken anything from anybody. Everything that's given to me is from God. And I know there's going to be people saying, why did you respond to this? Why are you even paying attention to it? Labels in the industry and labels in life are extremely detrimental. To put a label like thief on a content creator is crazy, especially when it's unwarranted. God willingly, I have a lot of big things coming up, and I don't want unnecessary labels on me. Thank you, Jillian, for understanding. God bless you. I don't mean no harm to you. I don't condone any hate comments. I would just like this cleared up. Thank you. God bless you. Have an amazing day.
It's crazy because we haven't even gotten to the food related drama yet. This has all been separate
Yeah.
to his actual and honest opinion on food. And we still won't, because in February of 2023, Keith had to go out of his way to tell people not to follow him in public. He said that he would take a picture with you, but not if you're following him around everywhere and making it
That
very
is creepy.
suspicious and making him uncomfortable. He said that he will defend himself if he has to. And trust me, you probably wouldn't want to be on Keith's bad side, seeing that he was an ex-MMA fighter for a while before getting fully into food reviews.
I am a normal person. I do normal people activities. I be out with my family. If you see me outside, please come give me a handshake, a hug, a high five, whatever you comfortable with. Or just give me a nod. But please, do not follow me and my family, take pictures of us, stare at us non-stop, and make us feel very uncomfortable. Now, those people who are really fans of my content and really watch me and know I got social anxiety, I appreciate y'all being respectful and not wanting to bother me. But I promise you, if all you want is a picture or all you want to do is say hi or tell me you appreciate me, that does not bother me one bit. But what does bother me is staring at me, walk into a store, walk out of a store, follow me into the next store, take pictures of me and my family in the next store. That's what bothered me. We just left the mall. People was literally
'Cause it's
following us to the
creepy.
parking garage. That gives me social anxiety. It's not even that much about my safety because I can handle myself. I will protect myself if I need to. Please listen to me when I say that. I will protect myself if I need to. And I will protect my family if I need to. I got little girls. I'm a normal person. I just be outside, chilling, minding my business. Please, if you want a picture, just come take a picture. But don't make me uncomfortable. I will protect myself. I'm him. So please, I don't want no problems.
I'm
not a
him. All right,
confrontational
talk your
person.
shit.
I want to take every picture that you want to take. I want to give every hug you want to give, every handshake you want to give. I'm here for it. I appreciate y'all. This is an adjusting period for me. I'm not used to this. As a professional fighter, I used to take like 1 or 2 pictures a week. Now, I'm at like 100 pictures a day. I'm getting used to it. I'm thankful. I'm appreciative. I'm grateful. Please don't follow me.
We wouldn't get into food-related drama until May of 2023, when Keith posted a review on a restaurant called Chicken Fire. In the review, Keith really didn't say anything bad. Some food he said was mid, but it wasn't like the food was inedible. In response to this video, the owner of Chicken Fire would post a video pretty much saying that Keith's opinion didn't matter. Now, to save you from watching this cringy video, I'll just play Keith's response, which pretty much went into why the owners were being petty just because Keith didn't like their food. And how at first the owner wanted him to be honest, but I guess they thought that their food was the best thing on earth, so Keith's honest review honestly hurt their feelings.
But what I do want to say about the review and what it was is that it doesn't matter what the review was! It does not give a fuck what the review was!
Your team asked me to come multiple times. I came, I paid for my own food. I gave my own personal opinion like I said I would. But now after the review, you say it multiple times that my opinion doesn't matter at all.
No one person's opinion can change anything for what we do, so absolutely 100,000%, I don't give a crap about anyone's review, including Keith Lee's.
Yet, when I met you in person, these were your exact words.
Yo, I just want to tell you real quick, thanks for coming to the show.
I'm not going to sweat my opinion. I'm going to
No, I want the truth. We want the true, honest opinion. We want the true, honest opinion, regardless. So we still try no matter what.
You want my honest opinion, yet my opinion doesn't matter. You've not only posted multiple videos on your personal account, but also on your business account, as well as a full 18-minute video. And on here, you posted a small part of what one of your employees said, but you clipped this part of what your chef said.
I was surprised. I thought he was going to give a good review. We did a really good job. Hopefully he gives us a second try later on. Okay, we don't need a second try. We don't need him. We can take this California. I wasn't here with the guy. I don't even know who he is. If I don't know you, you're not important.
In my original video, as always, I stated it was
If I don't know you, you're not important. That's a weird way to look at it. Shouldn't you care about what all your customers think?
in my opinion only. While I agree wholeheartedly that my opinion should never be the end all be all and people should experience it for themselves if they want to, I am not a fan of you saying on multiple occasions that my opinion doesn't matter at all, and no matter what I say, it doesn't matter. Because I was asked to come and I was asked to give my opinion. The reason I don't like that narrative is because it's very tricky. If I give what's deemed a positive review, I'm praised. If I give what's deemed a negative review, my opinion doesn't matter. In my eyes, that's not fair to me. If I only give positive reviews, regardless of how I actually feel, it's going completely against my character and everything I stand for. And I'm not willing to put my integrity on the line for nothing or nobody. And even when it's something that I'm not a huge fan of, I try my best to be constructive and not be completely negative, which I wholeheartedly believe I did in this situation. I also asked on multiple occasions that people not leave hate comments or give you any kind of negative feedback without trying to fool themselves. I have no doubt that your business will continue to thrive. And people who say RIP to your restaurant because of my personal opinion, I fully disagree with and I fully denounce. I thank God in advance that your employees will continue to be successful, and the people
That's
who enjoy
funny.
food, as well as new people who haven't tried it yet, will continue to line up and continue to support your business. It is human nature that some people will be negative regardless of any disclaimers I give, and for that I completely understand the frustration. And all I can do on my end is honestly and openly say I don't wish any harm or any negativity to you or your company, and I still mean that from the bottom of my heart. I will be honest in saying I really wasn't going to respond to this at all, and I was just going to let it be what it is. There's been so many videos and so many narratives pushed without me responding, and this video that I stitched it theirs is now on Twitter with over 13 million views. I understand my platform, and I really want to avoid this being escalated, so this is my only response that I will be given to the situation, and I pray we can move on and let it be what it is. I wish nothing but success.
Let me show you how to block this ad. First, you're gonna click on this video, then you're gonna download Pi. It's an ad blocker that's
and good.
Keith has low-key been in a lot of drama. And I'm well, not happy for him, but like I like how he handles it because he's still thriving. A lot of people that have been in this much drama, they probably fall back. They fall back after the second instance. Like I didn't even know about these little incidents, but I've been seeing some other stuff. Like maybe I just haven't been following him long enough to know. But when I started tuning in was when he went to Atlanta and he got all that backlash. Like everything there and after, I'm aware of. All of this, I ain't know.
Goodwill towards you and your employees. God bless you. Have a amazing day. Y'all be safe.
After this, things for Keith kept looking up. His views continued to rise and he was growing at a rapid rate, doing stuff that he loved to do and giving back to businesses that needed help. In July of 2023, Keith found himself in more controversy when a UFC fighter named Sean Strickland would name drop him on a podcast and told everyone that he was racist against white people. Now, if you know the history of Sean Strickland, he's not
You can't be racist against white people.
that great of a guy, and he just did this to get attention to himself. Keith had to make a response with receipts from people involved to clear his name, but this brought a lot of unnecessary hate towards Keith and his family for something that wasn't even true.
I received a week straight of false allegations, negative comments, and negative backlash for something that I didn't do. Let's talk about it.
I can't stand his racist little brother, Keith Lee. So wait, let me give you guys know who this guy is. And I'm sad. It saddens me that I know who Keith Lee is, but apparently he's like a TikToker. He's a food critic. So anyways, let me tell you, I just got to go into the story how much I hate Kevin Lee. I don't believe you hate Keith. So he comes up to me and he was like pretty much like he tried to like talk to me about like race. Like he tried to have like this racial systematic oppression.
Yes, me and Sean had a conversation. No, this conversation didn't go anything how he depicted it. Sean Strickland is an MMA fighter who is known for saying divisive things. We had disagreements prior to the situation, but nothing that couldn't have been settled with a conversation. So at the point of this conversation, we were gym partners. I walked up to him and two people who I consider friends having a conversation after practice. I joined the conversation, and the conversation happened to be already on race. In the beginning of this conversation, it was not only intelligent, but it was productive. One thing led to another, and Sean said this.
And anytime you're talking to somebody racist, and I know this because I used to be a little racist. Anytime you're talking to someone racist and you want to like really piss them off, you just got to talk about the sex of whatever, the race of whatever they are. So I'm like, yo, Lee, I'm not racist. I'm black woman than you have, bro. How am I racist? And I'm like, bro, just relax. Dude. I know you got a little white woman at home. Right? And I'm just like, I'm kind of poking it, but I'm doing it funny.
I never found the humor in any of those.
It's not funny.
He spun my words into saying what he said I said.
And he goes, nah, I don't like white people.
Never at one point did I say I don't like anybody. I simply disagree with what he said, and instead of fighting ignorance with ignorance, I said no, I'm happily married with children, and I'm very proud of the family that God has allowed me to build. I also immediately disagreed with all of the ignorant and distasteful comments that he made, and I no longer was interested in entertaining the conversation, which the conversation itself ended very shortly after that. And again, I ignored a week and a half full of backlash. I don't have any bad feelings or wish anything ill against Sean Strickland. I just want this cleared up, because that's not what I stand on, and that's not what I said. The only reason I'm responding to this at all is because it's spinning into a narrative that's completely false. I've debated a week straight on whether I should respond to this or not, or give this any kind of attention. But it has not only begun to affect me, but my family financially and mentally. I've blocked over 1,000 people and deleted thousands of comments that were degrading me and coming at my personal character. But false things like this are not only detrimental to me, but also can potentially deter potential brands that would like to reach out to me and my family. On top of deterring
what in the world? People just be making up stuff, and he's probably racist. Sean, the white man.
Based on lies. It was on 6 different videos that was completely unrelated, and it was a head search On top of that, this goes completely against what I stand on as a person. My actions speak louder than my words, and I've been blessed enough to be in a position to be a marketing platform for business and business owners of all races. Sean claimed to have 2 witnesses of me saying this. I called both of those witnesses today, and we had a conversation. I told both of them that I was recording, and I will post it. Heard that conversation that I had with Sean Strickland?
Yes, I remember it quite well.
Do you remember me saying I don't like white people?
No, you did not say that.
Thank you.
That's Sean. He's going to antagonize, but I don't think. I think if you actually spoke to him directly about it now that he's not on the podcast or whatever, he would probably acknowledge that. Oh yeah, you didn't say that. I was just trying to, But we were arguing about this. On the podcast, we talked about it. I was like, bro, I don't remember that being the entire conversation.
Did you ever hear me say I don't like white people?
No, but I don't recall this. You were right there. I know you all had a conversation about racism. I don't think this is how this conversation went.
And again, this conversation that we talked about happened over a year ago. I haven't actively been at the gym all year, so they have no reason to lie on my behalf. It's just the situation didn't go how he depicted, and I appreciate both of them being honest and standing up for what's true. In this last week, TikTok has slowly shifted to something that's not very enjoyable for me, and I don't like that. TikTok has been one of my safe havens and one of the places I come to connect with my community. At the end of the day, I just want to return back to that, eat food, take care of my family, and continue to be the person that God has called me to be for not only myself, my family, and my community. God bless you. Have an amazing day. Y'all be safe.
Again, this was another great response video which showed evidence that Sean was lying or misconstruing what actually was said just to make Keith look bad. Or maybe the CTE was messing with his memory that day, but regardless, Keith made it out on top of the situation with his response video, getting a bunch of respect for how he handled the situation. It wouldn't be until October of 2023 when Keith got into more one-sided drama with a restaurant in Atlanta. This was when he was on his food tour in Atlanta, and he already spoke out about the weird rules that Atlanta has for the restaurants, and the Real Milk and Honey was no different. Keith explained that he tried to order ahead of time over the phone, but the automated message said that they will only accept orders through the DoorDash app. But on the app, it said that the restaurant was closed, when the doors to the restaurant were wide open and there were people eating inside and ordering food. So instead, he had his family go in to order. When they went in, they said that the employees said that they aren't serving food. But when Keith went in, they tried to rev up those fryers, but realized that Keith wouldn't accept that and told them that he didn't want to order food from them anymore.
Me and my family are in Atlanta, and currently we are at the Real Milk and Honey. I got it. Let's try it and rate it 1 through 10. As you can see, I don't have any bags in my hands. We are at the Real Milk and Honey on Main Street in College Park. Before we came, we attempted to call our order in. We were greeted with an automatic message that said they do not take call-in orders. The automatic message said the only way you can do pickup is through DoorDash. We went through DoorDash, they was closed. But online, it said they closed at 5 o'clock. We went on DoorDash at 4 o'clock, but we were already here, so we just went inside. I stayed in the car and my family went in, and they told them they were closed early for deep cleaning. Yet the door's wide open and it's people still going in and grabbing their orders. Now we have no idea if those people ordered beforehand or what the case is. Also, the people who relayed this message, my family said were really nice. It's just the rules. And so far being in Atlanta, I found some places do have unique rules, and this is one of them. I want to be very clear, we're not blaming one person or saying one person was rude. In plain terms, don't call this restaurant trying to get nobody fired. Ain't nobody do nothing. This is just the rules they had. If you don't like their rules not for you. And for me and my family, the rules just wasn't for us. We just not their target audience. For the record, afterwards, I did walk in and they did recognize me and they attended the services, but I respectfully declined. I'm a normal person. I pay for my food like everybody else. I walk in spots like everybody else. We are all normal people. Respectfully, if you're not gonna do it then, don't do it now. God bless you. Yeah, we're just trying to get some food. But I am gonna make this very clear. I do not support, condone, or agree tearing down these businesses. While we personally may not have the best customer service experience, that does not mean you will have the same experience. That also don't mean go on Twitter and tear these businesses down. At the end of the day, business owners are people. You never know what people are going through. The only reason I'm even making this is to share my authentic and real experience like I always do. I don't mean no harm, I don't have no malicious intent, but I always say I'm gonna be 100% honest, and that come with the good and the not so good. You don't know what nobody going through, so what we can't do is just judge off of somebody else's experience. If you would like to go to these places or any other place that I've been to, I encourage you to go try it for yourself and make your own opinion. But we still in Atlanta, and we on Main Street, and it's a bunch of spots here, so we're gonna go to a different spot. God bless you, have an amazing day, y'all be safe.
People getting mad at this was so funny to me because if you ever been to Atlanta, you know what he's saying is 100% facts. Like, if you get to a restaurant, you won't have to wait. You're gonna have to wait an hour, maybe longer, and it don't matter. Like, unless you're somebody, they do not give a fuck. That's just how it is. Like, you'll go to a popular restaurant, you be waiting for an hour. You try to call in, they can't do that. You try to make a reservation, they can't do that. It's like, all right, well, you don't want the business? Is that what it is? You don't want us to eat here? Because that's how I'm feeling.
After the video came out, the Real Milk and Honey made a terrible response video that was honestly very, very corny if you watched it. They'd be sitting down on their couch and acting as if that they didn't know or care about Keith Lee and his opinion, and it just kind of seemed like they were unbothered when in reality they were actually bothered. And it was just really
made a whole video about it. Clearly you bothered.
After this, Keith went on a video to state that he's going to continue to do his honest reviews, and if people don't like it, then that's on them.
Okay, let's talk about it. Every restaurant that me and my family go to, we're either A, invited by the restaurant themselves, or B, was told about the restaurant 100 plus times. From locals, from people who mention me, from people who email me, DM me. 99% of the time, I never go to a random restaurant. With that being said, my opinion was asked for. So many narratives being pushed, and it's insane to me. But let's be honest, what else do you want from me? If I go to a bunch of restaurants and have a string of good experiences, then I'm being too nice, I'm lying, the narrative's being pushed, that my eye roll is fake, and I'm lying just to help people. Then on the same hand, if I go to 2 or 3 restaurants where I don't have the best experience, now I'm tearing down businesses, now I'm being mean, now I need to shut up, I need to mind my business, I need to sit down. Again, I can't win for losing. I understand everybody will have an opinion on the situation. You can disagree with me, you cannot like what I say. Completely understand, I'm okay with that. But when my safety and my family safety start coming into play, that's where I draw the line at. But what can't happen is when my family or the restaurants or anybody's safety start coming into play. It's absolutely overboard. Especially when I was asked to give my opinion. Because you telling me my opinion only matter if it's positive. Because if it's positive, you got my face plastered on the wall and you saying keep sleeping here. But if it's negative, I need to sit down somewhere and you don't know who I am. That's crazy to me. It was so much positive that happened in Atlanta that was shunned by the negative. It was so many restaurants we was blessed enough to help. We went to an array of restaurants like we always do at every city.
He be dropping bags too. Like he'll give a restaurant owner $1,000 just because they was good. Like, and I don't know, some people might not think 1,000 is a lot, but it is when you don't owe them that. And these people are struggling to stay in business, and you just like, yo, they just need some good advertisement.
Transparent, 100% candid. Me and my family will postpone touring if other cities gonna be like this. Every review not gonna be the best. I'm gonna be 100% honest.
It's only Atlanta like that.
Please understand, I will be honest. I don't mean no harm. I don't have no malicious intent. I mean that, and when I say it, I mean it. People be like, well, you know what you're doing. You know if you give a bad review, people gonna come and flood it with hate comments. What else do you want me to do? I'm telling people not to go and leave hate comments. I'm telling people not to leave negative comments. I'm telling people make their own opinions. You want me to lie and say I had a good experience, or you want me to only post videos when I have a positive experience? And all of the videos I post is only gonna be positive experience. Then there's gonna be pushing. I'm only trying to be positive, and we're gonna end up in the same situation. And on top of that, I think something's getting lost in translation. When that happens, the restaurants that we are blessed enough to help won't be helped in the same manner because people won't show up in the same way because my reviews will be inauthentic. One of the reasons people show up the way they do is because they know I'm being honest and I'm giving my personal opinion and my personal perspective on the situation. But if I don't do that anymore, it won't be the 3 or 4 hour wait times, and now we won't be able to help business owners, and we won't be able to give back to the community. In the grand scheme, that's what this is about. It's about giving back. It's about giving back to the community. It's about stimulating the economy. That's what it's about. All the other stuff, I'm a simple man in real life. As long as me and my family healthy and safe, and we can live a comfortable life, I'm straight. Again, it's a double-edged sword. I understand with great power comes great responsibility. God made me for this. I'm built for this. At the end of the day, I just want to eat food, walk on my path. If you want to be on the journey with me, you are more than welcome.
I think he really is built for this.
Y'all have an amazing day.
Put in the work. Break a record. Break into a whole new tax bracket.
Another unskippable? Oh, okay.
Hey, y'all be safe. And nobody's safety should be on the line. Not mine, not my family, not the restaurants that we go to. Relax. Like, relax.
Relax.
I get it. But at the end of the day, what you want me to do? You want me to lie? I can't do that. I'll walk away from everything before I lie. I'm telling you that right now. On 10 toes. Everything. God bless.
In February of 2024, Keith went to a food truck named Sweetly Seasoned, and the food was pretty good.
Ooh.
He ended up tipping the barber $1,000 for free cuts and also gave the owner money too. But the owner, I guess, assumed that the money was all for her and took the money and didn't give it to anyone. Word spread around, and Keith made a video speaking about the situation, pretty much saying that he had no idea that the owner did this.
To be honest, there's not much to talk about, but there are a few conflated and confused things that's going around about the situation. So let's talk about them. 3 days ago, me and my family went to Sweetly Seasoned food truck. Number one, nobody had any idea we was coming. They found out we was in Dallas like everybody else found out we was in Dallas because we was posting videos in Dallas. So in hopes of us coming, they had t-shirts made and they was alive all day. So me and my family wasn't in cahoots with none of this. We was all under the impression that they were a team, and this was a normal routine for them. The barber being there, the braider being there, family being there, a lot of people being there. This is our first time here. We are customers. We have no idea what's going on behind the scenes. Number two, I was never under the impression that haircuts was free. Again, my family was watching the lives. We knew that he was cutting hair for $40. So when we walked up and I said I want to give this $1,000 to the barber to do free haircuts and $1,000 to the braider to braid hair, it was because in the original video, the son said it was slow due to marketing. That's marketing. God, literally after we post the video, there will be a line out the door. If there's a line out the door and there's a barber and a braider doing hair while people are waiting, that's marketing. So again, it's in the hood. You play some music, you cutting hair, you braiding hair, y'all all sitting out, y'all having fun. It's a parking lot barbecue. So again, we don't know the behind the scenes if they knew each other, if they did know each other. And the reason why I didn't pay everybody individually, the interaction that you see looked longer than what it was. It was really only like a 5-minute interaction. Within that 5 minutes, 30 to 40 people pulled up. They was pulling up in droves. That parking lot was getting deep, fast. And for me and my family's safety in general, I don't never carry cash around. And 9 times out of 10, if we tip, we always do it through the POS system. And even if we wanted to do it a different way, jail and Apple Pay wasn't an option because it was 4 or 5 people at the same time on live. So for safety reasons, they wouldn't be able to say their phone numbers or their personal information information out loud. And as far as them taking my phone and putting their number in themselves, I wouldn't hand out my personal phone to nobody. So the POS system was the option that made the most sense. I learned through this journey that sometimes it's deeper than the food, it's deeper than the marketing, it's deeper than the customer service. And this is one of those cases in my opinion. Sweetly Season got a lot to figure out, and I thank God in advance that they do figure it out. The last thing I'm gonna touch on is the son is misconstruing something that I said, and I don't appreciate it. After I said out loud in detail what we deemed the money to be used towards, I also said y'all can divvy it out how y'all feel necessary. Meaning after the money hits, because it's a POS system, it don't hit the same day. Y'all can send it out through Apple Pay, through Zelle, through Cash App, through check, through cash, however y'all feel necessary to spread it amongst the team. I thought and I still think that that's a very clear statement, but it's being misconstrued, in my opinion, intentionally misconstrued, that I said and the mom and the son can say who get the money and who don't get the money.
So Keith Lee did tell her to distribute the money how she felt necessary.
I never said that. Regardless of what was going on behind the scenes, I felt in my heart to do what we did. So for the mom to go on the back end and disregard where my heart was at and what I felt like God was telling me to do in that moment and distribute the money how she felt necessary is 100% wrong in my opinion. I see the memes and I see the jokes, but I am not in the business of shutting businesses down. Her actions did not sit right with y'all and her customer base. That resulted in the situation that she in today. We just ate the food and left a tip. Pray in advance that everybody in the situation stays safe. That's my biggest concern. Thank you. I appreciate y'all. God bless you. Have an amazing day. Y'all be safe.
Now, there were some smaller incidents that happened between February of 2024 and now, but
Spud
those
Bros.
are all, again, really, really small.
No, he missed an important one. The one when he was eating sushi and a parasite was in it. Oh, that was nasty.
But Keith's most recent reaction to a jacket potato from Spud Bros in London shook up the internet and had Americans and British people going after each other. This wasn't really even a review. This was a behind the scenes, and it only showed a small snippet of Keith's reaction.
Fight forward. Again, I'm going to it extremely open-minded. You never know.
Oh.
Spud Bros would respond to
For y'all that don't know, this man was eating a baked potato with tuna and like baked beans on it. Who eats tuna and baked beans together, first of all, and then you put it on a potato? Who was gonna like that?
this in a bunch of different videos that all gained a ton of views. Now, Keith is a texture person, and he said this plenty of times during the years, especially when he's been reviewing foods if he doesn't like it. So the tuna mixed with the beans and the potatoes was probably a bit much for him, but the internet didn't even give him time to post his actual review. When he finally released the video, he said that he personally didn't like the food, but his wife and other family members did.
Me and my family are in Soho, London, England, and inside these containers is some of the craziest food I've ever tried in my entire life. I got it. Let's try it. Rated 1 through 10. We spent 26 pounds or $32.76. The name of this place is Spud Bros. And the concept of Spud Bros is very simple. They make loaded potatoes, but that's the only simple thing about it. So we pulled up, the line was almost out the door. It's freezing out here, so we sit outside waiting. Two owners walked up to us while we stand in the middle of the line, and they said they was waiting for us to come. He tried to give us everything for free, but you know that's not how we roll. We know we pay for everything. And I told him straight to his face, I'm gonna be honest. Please don't be upset at me. Please don't think I'm calling your food brickle brackle with fizzy winkers, any of that. I'm just being honest.
Brickle brackle.
But before I open this, they are not trolling. This is on the menu. What's in here is not specifically made just to play. People seriously come and order this. Like, this is not a joke.
That is nasty. I don't care. I do not care. First of all, baked beans don't go on potatoes, and then tuna doesn't go on potatoes, even if it's separate. Like, if you're gonna put some meat on a potato, use bacon. They ain't got bacon, they have pork. Like, why is they using tuna?
Americans that have tuna and beans. That's it. It's like 100% number one. Yeah. A tuna, cheese, bean, and tram sauce jacket potato. And this one is curry chicken with tram sauce.
What is tram sauce?
Garlic butter. And it's so much garlic butter. If I move, it's gonna tip everywhere. Oh, beans too. Again, this is tuna with mayo, crispy onions, tram sauce, which is like a spicy mayo, butter garlic or garlic butter, cheese, and a potato. I'm gonna try to get everything going. Again, I'm going to it extremely open-minded. You never know. I'm fully aware that the behind the scenes of this entire review was already posted by somebody in my team by mistake, which is completely okay. But the way it was reacted to made me not want to post a review at all. The only reason I'm posting it is because I was asked for my opinion on multiple occasions. And I don't like the narrative that was spun that I was being disrespectful, when in reality, the owner was sitting right there while I was trying, and he saw my reaction.
Disrespectful. If it's nasty, it's nasty.
The owner sitting right there, he gave me a thumbs up. I was asking my opinion. I gave my opinion, which was personally, it didn't work for me. Specifically because the amount of texture and flavors that was in the dishes were not only extremely prominent on its own, but also clashed. So the fishiness from the tuna, the sweetness from the beans, the spiciness from the tram sauce, and the creaminess from the potato did not work well to me.
What are those crunchy
opinion.
bits?
What wasn't posted on Snap was my wife's and my cousin's reaction, which was this. My wife loves tuna. So.
Oh, that's the potato. Really, dude? This is gas. I like it a lot.
What'd you give it?
Like an 8.
What does it taste like to you? Is my question.
Exactly what you said. I think without the spice, it would be bad. So I'm happy they did that. That's what brings a lot of seasoning and flavor to it. The way they cook the potato with the tuna, like it's all good textures that came together really nicely.
And my cousin just tried the tuna. He gave it a 7 out of 10. Yeah, he back there smashing. You know, like being on camera. What did it taste like to you?
It tastes like a potato protein bowl. Like the tuna, you can taste the tuna a lot. I think the beans bring a different kind of taste to it, almost like a sweet chili taste to it, but also come with the spice.
They give a very like hearty.
It's a distinct taste. It's hard to like describe it. But,
Yeah, like you know, our comfort food is like a bowl of chili.
Yeah,
is given that.
I like a chili bowl, protein chili bowl. That's what it tastes like. But I can literally
Protein chili
No
bowl.
without disrespect.
Interesting.
I didn't like it. My family loved it. Everybody taste buds is different. Nobody taste buds is an end all be all. I say it all the time. I fully understand how this go. If I like something, I'm praised for it. If I don't like it, I'm every name in the book. I get it. This is the curry chicken. Now this should be more combined because you can see it's a full ordeal. In my opinion, this one's better. It's a lot of flavor.
It's better. Is it good though?
It's spicy. I love the crispy onions on top. It's a lot. I can only see myself eating a few bites of this. But as it is, this is a 7 out of 10 for me. Like I always say, everybody tastes buds is different.
Okay,
As
okay.
always after this, I pray and hope that they continue to recharge our audience. God bless you. Have an amazing day. I'll be safe. Yeah, it ain't for everybody, but it's for the people.
I feel like Keith Lee gets a ton of angry comments from people who like the restaurants that he's reviewing, or the restaurants themselves respond to his review. But this could be annoying. Keith is a very honest person with his reviews, and if he doesn't like the food, he'll be honest and fair, and even sometimes tell the restaurant what they should do to make the food better. I feel like people will get more hate when they have honest takes on things or when they don't agree with people. I don't think Keith will ever truly get canceled, which is a great thing because I personally like his content, but I do think people hate his opinions because he doesn't sugarcoat anything. Keith is a great content creator who has been able to achieve a ton of followers because of his reviews. He has the power to make or break a restaurant, and that could be scary to businesses, but Keith also does his due diligence and states multiple times that these are his own opinions and they can differ from other people's opinions and taste buds. Keith Lee has done a lot of good throughout his time on TikTok, giving back to his community and also giving back to struggling businesses who needed the help. I feel like everyone has their opinion on restaurants, and if that opinion isn't the same for Keith, then they get nervous that the restaurant might fail and close down. But this just isn't the case. I feel like more people will try the restaurant to see if it is just mid, which will give the restaurant even more money. Keith Lee has changed the way people view food reviewers on TikTok and really put it on the map. Remember, this was a guy who was reviewing foods in a Paw Patrol chair just almost a year ago. And now he has built up a loyal fan base who love his content and made it to where he can go to the Grammys or do different things in his life because of just reviewing food. But also, it's not even about the things that he's been able to do in his life. It's how he's been able to give back to different businesses, giving the owners of these businesses who are struggling large amounts of money just to keep them afloat. And with giving them the money, he also gives them the marketing to get more people in the door, which is just more than what he really needs to do. But have you ever heard of Keith Lee? And if so, do you like his content, or are there...
This is real though, because even if the restaurant is mid, people will still go because Keith Lee went. There was a restaurant called Flavor Hive. I think they normally located in like the Virginia Beach area, but they came to Richmond, Virginia, and this line was literally wrapped around this giant building, bro. Like the building was like, no joke, the building is like half of the size of a mall, and it was wrapped around all for Flavor Hive. And this is the one when they cut open the bag of chips and they just like basically like make nachos with your chips that you brought. And you really could do that at home, but because Keith Lee went, motherfuckers was out there